Recent incidents, such as the explosion of electronic equipment in Lebanon, have exposed a critical vulnerability in the global trade system. These events highlight a broader fragility. A disruption in one nation can send shockwaves through supply chains around the world. Supply chain disruptions can halt production lines, delay projects, and increase costs for both importers and exporters. Importing nations like India, Brazil, and South Africa, heavily dependent on electronic components, risk facing delays in critical sectors like healthcare and telecommunications. Exporters like China, Japan, and South Korea could experience lost business and shipment delays. Beyond immediate supply challenges, there's also a risk of economic instability. Importing countries relying on electronics for key industries could see technological slowdowns and job losses. For exporting nations like Taiwan, disruptions in their customer supply chains could reduce demand for products like semiconductors, impacting their trade balances and overall economies. These incidents can also strain trade relations. Countries suffering repeated disruptions may see their suppliers diversifying markets to avoid risk. Importers could face increased scrutiny, higher insurance premiums, and stricter safety protocols, making trade more expensive and complicated for all parties involved. The global supply chain's fragility becomes clear when one nation's imports disrupt production elsewhere. Manufacturing hubs in Southeast Asia or Mexico, for example, could face production halts if they cannot access critical electronic components. This ripple effect emphasizes the need for nations to establish alternative supply routes and invest in domestic production capabilities to mitigate risk. For both importers and exporters, costs are rising. Importing nations must now diversify suppliers and build redundancies into their supply chains, while exporting nations need to enhance logistics, secure shipping, and enforce stricter quality checks. The risk management efforts required for both sides are increasingly complex and costly. The solution to these challenges lies in international collaboration. Countries engaged in electronics trade must work together to strengthen safety standards, improve logistics management, and plan for contingencies. Collaborative initiatives, such as shared best practices in disaster preparedness and inspection protocols, will be key to stabilizing global supply chains. The explosion in Lebanon is not an isolated event. It is a wake-up call for global trade. As nations become more interconnected, the risks become more significant. Addressing these systemic vulnerabilities through cooperation and resilience-building measures is crucial to ensure the continued flow of goods and the stability of the global economy.